family and friends. This video we are going to learn about 12th standard accountancy chapter 6 exercise sum number 18. Let's read the question. Saran, Arun and Karan are partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 4:3:3. The balance sheet as on 31/3/2016 as given below. Liability items are capital account, respective three partners capital account, reserve and creditors. Asset items are building, machinery, investment, stock, debtors, less provision for bad debts, cash at bank. Apart from that, they have given additional information. Let's read the additional information. That is, current retires on 1/1/2017 subject to the following condition. The first condition is goodwill of the firm is valued at 21,000 rupees, machinery to be appreciated 10%, building to be valued at 80,000 rupees, provision for bad debts to be raised to 2,000 rupees, stock to be depreciated by 2,000 rupees, the final amount due Karan is not paid immediately. So from this information, we need to prepare the necessary ledger account and to show the balance sheet of the firm after retirement. Okay. So what they tells us, from the given information, we need to prepare the necessary ledger account. What are the necessary ledger account? Revaluation account and capital account. That is the necessary ledger account. Okay. And balance sheet is to be prepared after retirement of the partner. Who is retired from this partnership firm? Karan retired from the partnership firm. Okay. Let's see the first adjustment. Goodwill of the firm is valued to 21,000 rupees. Okay. What is the profit sharing ratio is given in the question. The profit sharing ratio is 4:3:3. So goodwill, first we calculated the goodwill of the firm. Okay. Goodwill of the firm is 21,000 rupees. Profit of the ratio 4:3:3, which means we have to add together that 4:3:3. We will get 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 3, how much? 10. Okay. So you should enter the 4:3:3 on numerator and the sum of the ratio you should enter on denominator. Okay. Let's calculate the firm goodwill of the firm 21,000 rupees to retained partner Karan. Who is retained from the partnership firm? Karan is retained from the partnership firm. The share of the firm's goodwill is 21,000 rupees. Okay. So let's calculate the firm's goodwill to retained partners Karan's share of goodwill. Okay. What is the current profit sharing ratio? 3/10. So 21,000 into 3/10. Let's calculate. 0 cancel. Okay. Remaining, we have 2 we have entered here. 1 3 is 3. 2 3s are 6. So Karan's retiring partners Karan's share of goodwill is 6,300 rupees. It will be transferred to the continuous partners with their profit sharing ratio. Who is continuous partner? Saran and Arun are continuous partner. Their share of goodwill is, what is their share of goodwill? Listen, let's cancel retiring partners Karan's share of goodwill. Okay. So let's take 4:3. 4 goes to Saran's capital and 3 goes to Arun's share of goodwill. Okay. So 4/4:3 means we have to add together 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3, how much? 7. You have to enter the sum of the ratio 7 on denominator. So 4/7 goes to Saran profit sharing ratio and 3/7 goes to Arun's goodwill ratio. Okay. Let's calculate the 6,300 rupees to respective continuous partners capital account. Okay. So 6,300 into Saran's profit sharing ratio 4/7. Let's calculate it. 1 7 is 7. 9 7s are 63. Okay. Then we have to add this 20 here. 4 9s are how much? 36. Okay. 4 9s are 36. 3,600 rupees goes to transfer to Saran's capital account. Okay. Let's come to Arun's capital account. We calculate the retaining partner Karan's share of goodwill immediately transfer to continuing partner Arun's capital. Arun's share of goodwill is 3/7. Okay. Profit sharing ratio. Let's calculate it. 1 7 is 7. 9 sevens are 63. Okay, 3 nines are 27, right? Remaining 20 is to be added here. So 2,700 rupees goes to immediately transfer to Arun's capital account. Okay. So what is the journal entry? Saran's capital account at how much? 3,600 rupees. Arun's capital account at 2,700 rupees to Karan's capital account. Listen, Karan's good share of goodwill 6,300 immediately transferred to Karan's capital account. After transfer to Karan's capital account only, it will be transferred to continuous partners capital account with their share of profit. Okay. Let's come to next adjustment. Machinery to be appreciated 10%. Okay. What is the machinery value given in the question? Machinery value, how much? 40,000 rupees. So we have to calculate it 40,000 rupees with 10%. 10% means what? 10 by 100, right? So 0, 0 cancel, 0, 0 cancel. Remaining we have 4,000 rupees. So listen, what they given in the adjustment, machinery is to be appreciated 10%, right? So machinery value appreciated 10% means machinery value increased. If the machinery value increases, asset value also increases. Why? Machinery belongs to asset account. So asset account increases. If the asset account increases, what is the format? Asset account is to be debited. Which is the asset account here? Machinery account is the asset account. It is to be debited. So machinery account at 4,000 rupees. To which account is to be credited? Revaluation account is to be credited. Okay. Why? Why? Because now we prepare the ledger account for revaluation account. So which account is to be credited? Revaluation account is to be credited. It's come to next account. Listen. It will be shows on balance sheet. Machinery appreciated is to be added with the balance sheet. Okay. Then let's go to the next adjustment. Building to be valued 80,000 rupees. Already building value given in the question. Buildings, how much rupees? 60,000 is given in the question. Okay. So if building value is 60,000 is given in the balance sheet, asset side of the balance sheet, in the adjustment they have given building is to be valued 80,000 rupees. After compared, building value increased. How much rupees increased? 20,000 rupees building value increased. If the building value increases, it is to be added on asset side of the balance sheet, right? So come to the, so listen, building value increased. If the building value increases, asset account also increases, right? If the asset account increases, respective asset account is to be debited. Which is the respective asset account? Building account is the respective asset account. So building account at 20,000 rupees to revaluation account 20,000 rupees. Immediately we have to post it into the ledger account. Listen. So what is the ledger account? Revaluation. First ledger account is the revaluation account. There are two sides, debtor side and creditor side. Listen. What is the first transaction? Machinery account is the first transaction. Where is what account you are going to prepare on ledger account? Revaluation account. So let's take this first transaction. Where is revaluation account is appears in this journal entry. Revaluation account appears on credit side. Okay. If the revaluation account is on credit side, what you have to do? You are go to credit side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite account from the revaluation account. Which is the opposite account from the revaluation account? Machinery account is the opposite account from the revaluation account. So you go to credit side of the revaluation account and enter machinery account 4,000 rupees. Okay. Enter. Next come to next adjustment. Let's see this transaction. Where is revaluation account appears? Revaluation account is appears on credit side. So what you have to do? You go to credit side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite account, that is building account. So you come to credit side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite account, that is building account 20,000 rupees entered. I wrongly entered. Then I mark it here. So building's value is 20,000 rupees entered on credit side of the revaluation account. Let's go to the next adjustment. Provision for bad debts to be raised 2,000 rupees. Listen, already they have given provision for bad debts in the asset side of the balance sheet. How much rupees? 1,000 rupees already deducted from the debtors. 25,000 after deducted you get 24,000 rupees debtors value. Okay, already we have provision for the bad debts. This is called old bad debts. Okay, then in adjustment they have given provision for bad debts raised. That means it will be raised from 1,000 rupees into 2,000 rupees. So how much rupees raised? 1,000 rupees raised the bad debts, where the bad debts value increases. So listen, if the bad debts value increases, what we have to do? We have subtracted the bad debts value with the debtors value, right? So if the what happened on debtors account, if you deducted bad debts from the debtors, your debtors value decreases. If the debtors value decreases, asset account also decreases. Why? Because debtors belonging to asset account. So debtors value increases, asset account also decreases. If the asset account decreases, it is to be credited as per the format. If the asset account credited, so we have enter into the credit column. Okay, which is the credited asset account is to be credited. Which is the asset account? Bad debts. What they given in the adjustment? Bad debts. So bad debts is to be credited. So bad debts account 2,000 rupees credited. Which account is to be debited? Revaluation account is to be debited. Okay, so revaluation account at 2,000 rupees to bad debts account 2,000 rupees. Let's take this transaction. Where is revaluation account is appears? Revaluation account is appears on debtor side. Which side revaluation account is appears? Debtor side. So what we have to do? You go to debtor side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite transaction. Which is the opposite account from the revaluation account? Bad debts is the opposite account from the revaluation account, right? So we're going to write on debtor side of the revaluation account, you are going to write to provision for bad debt 1,000 rupees entered. Okay, let's come to the next adjustment, that is, can you see? Yes. Stock to be depreciated 2,000 rupees. Okay. So listen. Stock to be depreciated 2,000 means what? Depreciation means decreases. Got it? If the stock value decreases, asset account also decreases. Why? Because stock account belongs to asset account. So asset account also decreases. If the asset account decreases, it is to be credited. Okay. So which is to be credited? Stock account is to be credited. So stock account 2,000 rupees credited. Which account is to be debited? Revaluation account is to be debited. Okay. Let's take this transaction. In journal entry, where is revaluation account appears? Revaluation account appears on debtor side. So what we have to do? We go to debtor side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite account, that is stock account. So we come to debtor side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite account, that is to stock account, 2,000 rupees entered on debtor side of the revaluation account. Okay, so what are the adjustment they given in the question related to revaluation account? We entered here. Okay, in the ledger account. So what we have to do now? Now we are going to find out whether the revaluation account get profit or loss. How can you find out? First, before we find out that, first we have to calculate the total. How can you calculate the total? Which side we have the higher value, that side we consider as the total, right? So we have to compare both the side, debtor side and creditor side. Debtor side we have 2,000 plus 1,000, 3,000 rupees, right? Creditor side we have 20,000 plus 4,000, 24,000 rupees. So which side we have, after compared, which side we have the higher value? Creditor side we have the higher value, right? So for creditor side we consider as the total. Okay, higher value side we consider as the total. Accordingly, we enter 20,000 plus 4,000 added together. We will get 24,000 entered on creditor side total. Listen, if you get the total on creditor side, you will get the profit on revaluation account on debtor side. Got it? Okay. So how can you find out the profit? We have to subtract debtor total from creditor total. Okay, we have to find out the difference between them. How can you find out the difference between? We have to subtract the 2000 plus 1000 added together, you will get 3000 rupees. That 3000 rupees total you have to subtract it from 24,000 rupees total. 24,000 rupees minus 3000 rupees, you will get 21,000 rupees. That 21,000 rupees is we have to enter on debtor side. Okay. After enter the 21,000 rupees, again this 21,000 rupees you are going to write to profit on revaluation account. Okay. So what is the profit on revaluation account? How much rupees? 21,000 rupees. Immediately that profit on revaluation account will be transferred to the respective partners capital account. Okay. So who are the respective partners? Saran, Arun and Karan. Their capital account, that profit on revaluation account transferred to their respective partners capital account with their profit sharing ratio. What is their profit sharing ratio is given in the question. Their profit sharing ratio is 4:3:3. Okay. It will be transferred to their profit sharing ratio, right? So profit on revaluation account, how much rupees? 21,000 rupees. It will be transferred to the respective partners capital account with their profit sharing ratio. How much? 4:3:3. That 4:3:3 is to be entered on numerator. The sum of the profit sharing ratio, which means 4 plus 3 plus 3, you will get how much? 10 will be that. Sum of the profit sharing ratio is to be entered on denominator, right? Then we have to cancel it. Okay, 0 0 cancel. Okay, so 1 4 is 4, 2 4s are 8. This 2 0 is to be added here. So 8,400 rupees profit on revaluation transferred to Saran's capital account. Let's come to Arun's capital account. Okay, same 21,000 into 3 by 10. 0 0 cancel. Okay, 3 to 21s are 63, or 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. These 2 0 is to be added here. So 6,300 rupees profit on revaluation transfer to Arun's capital account with his profit sharing ratio 3 by 10. Let's come to Karan's capital account. We will calculate it. 0 0 cancel. Remaining 2 is to be added here. 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6. 6,300 rupees is immediately transferred to Karan's capital account. Okay. So that 8,400 rupees, 6,300 rupees, 6,300 rupees we entered. Distributed and entered on revaluation account. Okay. So now we completed the ledger account for revaluation account. Let's calculate the capital account. Okay, so what is the format for capital account? There are two sides, a debtor side and a creditor side. First write the heading on top of the center top. Okay, that is capital account, debtor side and creditor side. Both the side we have to write particulars, respective partners name with the rupees on both the side. Okay, created the column. Okay. First, what is the first transaction we are going to enter? The first entry of the capital account is the opening balance. It will be appear on credit side of the capital account. What is the opening balance they given in the question? Listen, they have given in the question capital account for Saran 60,000, Arun 50,000 and Karan for 40,000. This is the opening capital. Okay, it will be entered on credit side of the capital account. How can you write? You are going to write by balance brought down. The respective amount is 60,000, 50,000, 40,000 is to be entered on respective partners column. Okay, this is the opening balance. Okay, then come to the question. Then after enter the opening balance of the capital, the general reserve goes to capital account, credit side of the capital account. Listen, general reserve, workman compensation fund and reserve fund and profit or loss loss account, it will be appears on debtor side, that means liability side, it will be enter on credit side of the capital account with their for respective partners profit sharing ratio. Okay, so accordingly, they have given among this item they have given general reserve. Okay, general reserve how much rupees? General reserve 15,000 rupees. It will be distributed to the respective partners capital account with their profit sharing ratio. Okay. So general reserve how much rupees they have given in the question? General reserve 15,000 rupees, right? ₹15,000. Okay. So general reserve, what is the journal entry for general reserve? General reserve account data to respective partners capital account. It will be distributed to the partners profit sharing ratio 4:3:3. It will be added together. You will get 10. Okay. So 4:3:3 will be entered on numerator. Sum of the ratio is to be entered on denominator. Now we have to calculate that 50,000 rupees with the respective partners. Profit sharing ratio 0 cancel. Remaining 15 fours are 60. Okay. Then this 20 is to be added here. So 6,000 rupees transfer to Saran's capital account. Similarly, 0 cancel, 15 threes are 45, 20 is to be added here. So 4,500 rupees will goes to Arun's capital account from general reserve. Okay. Then calculate Karan's capital account. So 0 cancel, 15 threes are 45, 20 is to be added here. 4,500 rupees is to be transferred to Arun's capital account. Okay. So listen here. Let's take this transaction. Where is capital account appears in this journal entry? Listen, capital account appears on credit side. Okay, so what we have to do? We are going to credit side of the capital account because capital account appears on credit side. So you go to credit side of the capital account and you enter the opposite transaction, that is general reserve. Okay. So based on this, we come to credit side of the capital account. Okay. Capital account credit side, we have to enter the opposite account, that is general reserve. 6,000 rupees, 4,500 rupees, 4,500 rupees enter on respective partners account. Let's come to take the revaluation account. Where is you find the profit on revaluation account? It is on debtor side. So how much rupees? It will be transferred to the respective partners capital account, right? Okay, so respective partners capital account, it will enter on credit side of the capital account. Okay, if you get the profit on revaluation account on debtor side, it will be immediately transferred to credit side of the opposite side of the capital account. So revaluation account accordingly 8,400 rupees, 6,300 rupees and 6,300 rupees entered with the respective partners column. Okay. Listen, let's take goodwill. Goodwill we have find out to retained partners share of goodwill. It has 6,300 rupees retained partners current share of goodwill immediately transferred to the continuous partners capital account. So what is the journal entry? Saran capital account debtor, Arun capital account debtor to current capital account. Listen, let's take where is Saran's capital, Arun capital in this transaction? There are in debtor side, capital account debtor side. So what you have to do? You go to debtor side of the capital account and enter the opposite account, that is current capital account. Okay. So similarly, we come to the debtor side of the capital account and enter the opposite account, that is current account. Current share of goodwill transferred to the respective continuous partners capital account. Accordingly, 3,600 rupees, 2,700 rupees we enter into their respective column. Okay. Listen, let's come to current capital account. Where is current capital account appears here? Current capital account is on credit side. Okay, so what you have to do, you go to credit side of the capital account and enter the opposite account, that is Saran account and the current Arun's account. So you come to credit side of the capital account and enter their respective opposite sides account, that is by Saran's capital account and Arun's capital account. Saran's capital account has 3,600 rupees and Arun's capital account 2,700 rupees taken from Karan's capital account. So it will be entered on Karan's capital account. Okay, this is called contra entry. Okay, you already did the contra entry on 11th standard bank reconciliation statement. That means cash account and bank account. Similarly, we have the capital account on both the side. Similarly, we have to enter on both the sides of the capital account. Okay. Okay. So we prepare the capital account respective. What are the transactions related to capital account? We enter here. Now what we have to do? Now we are going to find out the closing balance. How can you find out the closing balance? Which side we have the first? We have to find out the total. Which side we have the higher value? That side we calculated the total. So accordingly, debit side first we compare the debit side value. Debit side we have 3,600, 2,700. Let's take the credit side. Credit side we have the higher value, that is 60,000. 6,000, 50,000, 40,000 more than that of the debtor side. So after compared debtor and creditor side we have the higher value. So creditor side we consider as the totals. Let's add one by one column. Let's take Saran's column, 60,000 plus 6,000 plus 8,400 added together, you will get 74,400 rupees. 50,000 plus 4,500 plus 3,600 added together, you will get 60,800 rupees for Arun's total. Let's take current total added together. First, we have to sum up the values on current column. 40,000 plus 4,500 plus 6,300 plus 6,600 plus 2,700 added together, you will get 57,100 rupees. Okay. So, listen, the same total you are going to enter into the same horizontal line on the debtor side, 74,400 and 60,800 we have to enter here, and 57,100 rupees you have to enter the same column in the same value. Okay, after you enter the total, let's come to lesser side value, that is the debtor side we have the lesser value. Okay, so we have to find out the difference between debtor and creditor. How can you find out the difference between? So you have to add it, we have to subtract 3,600 from 74,400, you will get 70,800 rupees. Similarly, you have to subtract 2,700 from 60,800, you will get 58,100 rupees. Okay. So on current column we don't have any value. So the same value we have in the total 57,100 rupees is to be entered in current column 57,700 rupees. Okay. Listen, who is retired from the partnership firm? Karan is retired from the partnership firm. Okay. Listen, take this question. After Karan retired on 1/1/2017, final amount due Karan is not paid immediately. So what is the Karan's due amount? That means the settlement amount. After calculation of the capital account, we find out Karan's settlement amount is 57,100 rupees. It will not settled to retired partner Karan. So it will be, it's not settled, it will be converted into Karan's loan account. That means Karan provide loan to the partnership firm. Okay. If the continuous partner not settle the Karan's amount, then the Karan's settlement amount is considered as what? Karan's loan account. Okay. Which means Karan, retiring partner Karan provide loan to the firm. How much rupees? 57,100 rupees. Okay. Then come to find out the closing balance. We already find out the closing balance 70,800, 58,100 rupees. Against this value, you are going to write two balance carried on. Listen, if you get the opening balance on creditor side of the capital account, then you will get the closing balance of the capital account on debtor side. Okay, so the closing balance of Saran's closing balance is 70,800 rupees, or Arun's closing balance is 58,100 rupees. It will be immediately brought down to the opposite side. That is 70,800 rupees, 58,100 rupees, brought down to the opposite side and enter below the total. Okay. So after entered, again this value you are going to write by balance brought down, which means this is the opening balance of the next accounting period for Saran and Arun. So Saran's opening capital is 70,800 rupees and Arun's opening capital is 58,100 rupees. With this opening capital, Saran and Arun started the next accounting period. Okay. So we find out the capital account. Let's come to the balance sheet. Okay. Balance sheet as on 1st January 2017. First, you know the format of the balance sheet, that is a liability side on left hand side, right hand side we assume asset side, right? So listen, that opening balance of the capital account, how much we, after all the adjustment, we find out the opening balance of opening capital for Saran, opening capital for Arun. It will be immediately enter on liability side. The capital account, we are going to enter the continuous partners capital account. The continuous partner, Saran's capital account 70,800 rupees entered, and continuous partner Arun's opening capital is 58,100 rupees is entered here. Listen, you can't take the opening capital from that question capital account. This is the previous year's opening capital. Got it? After retired, what they asked here, show the balance sheet of the firm after retirement. After retirement of the current, you are going to prepare the balance sheet. Okay. So after retirement of the current only, the opening capital for continuous partner Saran 70,800 rupees and continuing partner Arun's opening capital is 58,100 rupees taken from after calculation of the capital account after retiring. Karan is a partner. After his retirement, we prepare the balance sheet. As per that, we enter the opening balance of continuous partner. Okay, let's take. So Karan is retired from the partnership. If the continuous partner is settled to Karan's amount, no, it's not settled immediately. So it converted into Karan's loan amount. Okay. So Karan's loan account is entered on liability side, 57,100 rupees. Okay. Let's come to the question. Let's take the liability side. Which account is to be entered into the new balance sheet? So creditors, how much rupees? 35,000 rupees is to be entered on liability side. So liability items related from the question and from the adjustment, we enter into the liability side of the balance sheet. Let's come to asset side of the balance sheet. Okay. So we have to take the question. Okay. So listen. In buildings value, what they given in the question, 60,000 rupees. So buildings value, we entered 60,000 rupees. We have the adjustment for the buildings value, that is buildings value raised to 20,000 rupees. Okay, it is to be added on asset side of the balance sheet. So building value raised means appreciated. So we have to add the building value 20,000 rupees with 60,000 added together, you will get 80,000 rupees. Then take the question, machinery value 40,000 rupees is given in the question. It is to be entered on inner amount column because we have the adjustment. What is the adjustment? Machinery appreciated 10%. Appreciated means increased. 10% means 40,000 from the 10% is 4,000 rupees. Okay. So it is to be appreciated means we have to add the appreciation value with the machinery value 40,000 added together, you will get 44,000 rupees. Okay. Then investment, how much rupees? 20,000 rupees. We don't have any calculation, any adjustment related to investment. So that investment value 20,000 rupees we have entered directly on outer amount column. Okay, let's take the stock amount 12,000 rupees. We have the adjustment for stock depreciation 2,000 rupees. Depreciation means what? Decreased. Decreased amount means what? We have to subtract the 2,000 from the stock value to 12,000 rupees on asset side of the balance sheet. Okay, stock value 12,000 rupees, we have to subtract the depreciation 2,000 rupees. After subtracted, you will get 10,000 rupees entered on outer amount column. Okay, let's take debtors value. Debtors value they have given in the question 25,000 rupees. So it is to be entered on inner amount column. So we have already debtors, bad debts from the debtors are subtracted. This is called old value, 1,000 rupees. In adjustment, they have given the additional information, 1,000 rupees raised, which means it will be raised from 1,000 rupees into 2,000 rupees. So again 1,000 rupees increased. So this is called new bad debts. So we have to add it, that 1,000 with 1,000 rupees added together, you will get 2,000 rupees. We have to subtract that bad debt 2,000 rupees from debtors value 25,000. After subtracted, you will get 23,000 rupees is entered on outer amount column. Okay, let's take cash at bank 44,000. They can't make any payment, any settlement to retail partner current. So you can't do any adjustment with the cash at bank. So you have to enter that cash at bank 44,000 directly on outer amount column. So what are the transactions accounts related from liability side and asset side? With all the adjustment we have entered on asset and liability side. Now we have to find out the total. Listen, asset and liability side total always to be equal. Okay, if you not get equal value total on asset and liability side, you can do some mistake in your accounts. Okay, so let's come to find out the asset side total. So we have to sum up the asset side value, 80,000 plus 44,000 plus 20,000 plus 10,000 plus 23,000 plus 44,000 added together, you will get 2,21,000 on asset side total. On liability side, let's add it together. 1,28,900 plus 57,100 rupees plus 35,000 rupees added together, you will get 2,21,000 rupees. So we get asset and liability side have same value, equal total. So our sum is correct. Do you have any doubt? Please comment it in the comment box. Please chat with me. Let's go to the next sum. The next sum is illustration sum number 19. Okay. Let's read the question. 12th standard accountancy, chapter 6, illustration sum number 19. Let's read the heading. Muthu, Murali and Manoj are partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:1:2. Their balance sheet as on 31st December 2018 is given below. Liability side items or capital account for the respective three partners. This is called opening capital when they started the business. Okay, opening capital for this accounting period. Okay, then general reserve, creditors. Let's come to asset side items. Machinery, furniture, debtors and stock is given here. Apart from that balance sheet, they have given the additional information. Okay, that is Manoj retired on 31st December 2018, subject to the following condition. So below this condition, Manoj retired from the partnership firm dated on 31st December 2018. Okay, Muthu and Murali will share profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. Assets are to be revalued as follows. Machinery 43,000, stocks and the debtors is given here. Goodwill of the firm is valued at 30,000 rupees. Final account due Manoj is not paid immediately. Okay, prepare the necessary ledger account and the balance sheet immediately after retirement of the partner. Okay, so listen what they given here. after given the balance sheet and the adjustment, what they asked us to prepare, we are need to prepare the necessary ledger account. What is meant by necessary ledger account? That means revaluation account and capital account is called as necessary ledger account. Then after prepare the necessary ledger account for revaluation account, capital account, then we have to prepare the balance sheet. When we have to prepare the balance sheet, after retirement of the quarter, Manoj, only we have to prepare the balance sheet for the new accounting period. Got it? Okay. First account. What is the first account for the ledger account? Revaluation account. Okay. What is the question number? Yes, question number 19. So what we do, before we are going to prepare the ledger account, always we prepare the journal entry. Why? If they not ask you to prepare the journal entry, we need to prepare the journal entry. Why? Because from the revaluation account, it will be the profit. If you get the after prepare the revaluation account, you will get profit or loss from the revaluation account. That profit or loss from the revaluation account is transferred to the capital account. Okay. After transfer the capital account, after all the calculation, finally you find out the opening capital for the continuous partner. Okay. Then that opening capital of the continuous partner is to be entered on liability side of the balance sheet. Okay, if you make any mistakes on revaluation account, it will be reflected on capital account, and the same mistake will be reflected on the balance sheet. So total accounts, total 3 accounts, that means revaluation account, capital account, balance sheet will be fully, you will get the mistaken value. You can't find the equal total on assets and liabilities of the balance sheet. So to avoid this mistake, just you will take the 1 or 1.5 minutes to prepare the journal entry. Okay, before preparing the ledger account. Okay, it will always be safe for you. Okay, so always I instructed my students, prepare, at least if you're not asked to prepare the journal entry, you can prepare the journal entry for your safety to avoid them lots of mistakes. Okay, so let's come to the second adjustment. Okay, before going to first adjustment for preparing the ledger account for revaluation account, let's take the second adjustment. Assets are to be revalued as follows. Machinery 43,000 rupees. Okay, so what is the machinery value they given in the question? Machinery value 45,000 rupees. Here machinery value they have given 43,000 rupees. Okay, so machinery value in the adjustment we have 43,000 rupees. In the adjustment, that means the balance sheet they have given 45,000 rupees. So after subtracted 2,000 rupees, machinery value decreases, right? If the machinery value decreases, asset account also decreases, because machinery is belongings to asset account. So asset account also decreases. If the asset account decreases, we have to credit the asset account. So which is the asset account? Machinery account. Machinery account is to be credited. So machinery account is to be credited 2,000 rupees to, and which account is to be debited? Revaluation account is to be debited. Okay, let's take this transaction. Where is revaluation account is appears? Revaluation account is appears on debtor side. So what you have to do? You go to debtor side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite account. Which is the opposite account from the revaluation account? Machinery account is the opposite account from the revaluation account. So you go to debtor side of the revaluation account and enter the opposite account, that is the machinery account, 2,000 rupees entered. Okay, let's come to the next adjustment. Stock 27,000 rupees. Okay, so already we have the stock value 20,000 rupees here. Okay, so what happened here? Stock value decreased. 20,000 rupees. We are previous year stock we have value, we have 20,000 rupees on asset side in the question, and in the adjustment we have 27,000 rupees stock value. Okay, so it will be increased from 20,000 rupees 27,000 rupees, right? So if the stock value increases, asset account also increases. Why? Why? Because stock belongs to asset account. So asset account increases. If the asset account increases, asset account is to be debited, right? Which is the asset account? Stock account. So stock account is to be debited. Okay. So stock account at 7,000 rupees. Which account is to be credited? Revaluation account is to be credited. Let's take this transaction. Okay. Where is revaluation account is appears? Revaluation account is appears on which side? Credit side. Okay. So what we have to do? You go to credit side of the revaluation account. Okay. And you enter the opposite account. Which is the opposite account? Stock account is the opposite account. You can't go to credit side of the revaluation account and cannot write the same revaluation account on credit side of the revaluation account. You have to enter the opposite account from the revaluation account, right? So which is the opposite account? Stock account is the opposite account. So you are writing by stock account 7,000 rupees on credit side of the revaluation account. Okay, let's come to the next adjustment. Okay, debtors 28,000 rupees. Okay, already we have the debtors value. What is the previous year's debtors value? Previous year debtors value is 30,000 rupees given in the question. In the adjustment they have given 28,000 rupees. What you find out? It will be decreased. Debtors value, previous year debtors value 30,000 rupees. In the adjustment they have given 28,000 rupees. It is decreased. Okay. How much rupees decreased? After subtracted, it decreased 2,000 rupees. Okay. So if the debtors value decreases, asset account also decreases. Why? Why? Because debtors belonging to asset account, right? So if the asset account decreases, asset value is to be credited. Okay, which is the asset account? Respective asset account is debtors account. Debtors account is to be credited. So debtors account 2,000 rupees credited. Which account is to be debited? Revaluation account is to be debited. Okay. So let's take this transaction. Where is revaluation account is appears? Revaluation account is appears on debtor side. So what you have to do? On debtor side of the revaluation account, you are going to write the opposite account. Which is the opposite account from the revaluation account? Debtors account. Okay. So on debtor side of the revaluation account, you are going to enter the opposite account, that is to debtors 2,000 rupees entered. Got it? Listen. So revaluation related transaction we taken from the adjustment we entered here. Okay. In ledger account, revaluation ledger account we entered. Now what we have to do? Now we are going to find out whether it is a profit or not. How can you find out it? Before find out the profit or not, profit or loss, first we have to calculate the total. How can you calculate the total on revaluation account? Which side we have the higher value? That side we consider as the total. Let's take the debtor side. Debtor side we have 2,000 plus 2,000, 4,000 rupees total. Creditor side we have 7,000 rupees total. After compared both the side, which side we have the higher value? Tell me. Creditor side. So creditor side we can consider as the total. So for that 7,000 rupees entered as the total. Okay. After you enter the total, the same total used to be entered on the same horizontal line on debtor side. After you enter the total, you have to draw the double line. Double line means it's called total. Okay. If you get the total on creditor side, you will get the profit on debtor side, right? Okay. Now we have to find out the profit. How can you find out the profit? We have to subtract the lesser value from the total. Which side we have the lesser value? Debtor side we have the higher lesser value. Okay. Kritika, Maya Pedapa. Excuse me. Kritika Sri. Kritika Sri. Maya Pedapa. Tuni. Okay. Sorry for the disturbance. So, after compare, you get debtor side we have the lesser value. We have to subtract that lesser value 4,000 rupees from the total 7,000 rupees. After subtracted, you will get 4,000 rupees minus 7,000 from minus from 4,000 minus from 7,000 rupees, you will get 3,000 rupees. That 3,000 rupees is called as profit on revaluation account. You have to enter that 3,000 rupees on debtor side. Against this 3,000 rupees, you are going to write to profit on revaluation account. Okay. After enter that 3,000 rupees profit on revaluation account, it will be immediately transferred to the respective partners capital account with their profit sharing ratio. Who are the respective partners? Muthu, Murali and Manoj capital account. That profit on revaluation account is to be transferred to the respective partners capital account. Okay. So their profit sharing ratio is 3:1:2, right? So 3:1:2 means what? You have to add it together. 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 2. Okay, sorry, 4 plus 2, 6. Okay, so you have to enter 3:1 and 2 on numerator. The sum of the ratio is to be entered on denominator 666. Okay, what is the profit on revaluation account? 3,000 rupees. So it will be calculated with the profit sharing, respective partners profit sharing ratio, which means 3/6, 1/6, 2/6 accordingly. 1 3 is 3, 2 3s are 6. Okay, so 1 2 is 2, 15 2s are 30, right? So 15 we already have 2 zeros. So 1520 means 1,500 rupees is transferred to Muthu's capital account. Similarly, 1666, 5 6 are 30, right? So 500 already we have 20 here. Okay, 500 into 1s are 500 rupees. The profit on revaluation account transferred to Muthu's capital account. So 1 2 is 2, 3 2s are 6, right? 1 3 is 3, 10 3s are 30. 10 we have 2 zeros here. Okay, so 1,000 rupees. 1,000 into 1s are 1,000 rupees. Transfer profit on revaluation 3,000 rupees into, after calculated Manoj profit sharing ratio 2/6, you will get Manoj capital account 1,000 rupees. So we distributed the 3,000 rupees profit on revaluation into the respective partners capital account with respective profit sharing ratio 1,500 rupees, 500 rupees and 1,000 rupees. Okay. So what is the journal entry? Revaluation account debtor 3,000 rupees to respective partners capital account. Why revaluation account debtor? Where you get the profit on revaluation account? You get the profit on revaluation account on debtor side. Debtor side of the revaluation account, you get the profit. So you have to write revaluation account debtor to respective partners capital account. Got it? So we prepared the ledger account for revaluation account. Let's come to calculate the capital account for ledger account. Okay, first write the heading, that is capital account. There are both the side, debtor side and creditor side. Both the side we have to enter profit and respective partners name. That means Muthu Murali Manoj. Muthu Murali Manoj enter on both the side. Without forgetting, you have to write rupees on their column. Okay. So this is the format for the capital account. Always you started on capital account with the opening balance. What is the opening balance they given in the question? Listen. In the balance sheet on liability side, they have given the opening capital for Muthu Murali Manoj accordingly 20,000, 25,000, 20,000. Okay. So this is the opening capital. You have to always started with the opening capital on credit side of the capital account. Okay. So how can you write? By balance brought down. Brought down denoted means what? Opening balance. Okay. Here, according to that account, it will be changed. Here we prepare the capital account. So opening capital account 20,000, 25,000, 20,000 entered from, taken from the old balance sheet. Previous year opening balance we entered here, started with the opening balance capital account. Okay. After we enter the opening balance capital account, what is the goodwill of the firm? So goodwill, let's take the third one. Okay. Third adjustment, goodwill of the firm they have given 30,000 rupees. Okay. So goodwill of the firm is calculated valued at 30,000 rupees. Who is retired from the partnership firm? Manoj is retired from the partnership firm, right? So now we calculate the goodwill of the firm 30,000 rupees for retiring partner Manoj. So what is the old profit sharing ratio is given in the question? 3 is to 1 is to 2. 3 plus 1 plus 2 equal to 6. So Muthu's profit sharing ratio 3 by 6. Murali profit sharing ratio 1 by 6. Manoj profit sharing ratio is 2 by 6. Who is retired from the partnership firm? Manoj is retired from the partnership firm. So we need to calculation of the goodwill for retired partner Manoj, right? So what is the goodwill value they given in the question? 30,000 rupees. So 30,000 rupees for Manoj profit sharing ratio is how much? 2 by 6, right? So now we have to calculate 1, 2 is 2, 3 2s are 6, 1 3 is 3, 10 3s are 30. Okay, remaining 30 is to be added here. So 10,000 rupees. Manoj, retaining partner Manoj's share of goodwill is 10,000 rupees. It will be immediately transferred to the Manoj capital account. After transferred that goodwill, share of goodwill into Manoj capital account, from that Manoj capital account immediately transfer to the continuous partners capital account with their gaining ratio. Okay, who is the continuous partner after retired Manoj? The continuous partner is Muthu and Murali, right? So now we have to transfer that Manoj share of goodwill 10,000 rupees into continuous partners Muthu and Murali's capital account with which ratio? With the gaining ratio. If the new profit sharing ratio is not given in the question, we consider the old profit sharing ratio as the gaining ratio. But here, let's come to the adjustment number 1. They have given new profit sharing ratio. Listen, after retired Manoj, the Muthu and Murali will share profit and losses in the ratio of 3 is to 2. So this is called a new profit sharing ratio. Okay. So how can you calculate the gaining ratio if they given the new profit sharing ratio and old profit sharing ratio, both the ratio they given in the question? How can you calculate the new gaining ratio? It will be very, very easy, okay, to calculate the gaining ratio. So how can you calculate? We have the formula to find out the gaining ratio if they given new ratio, new share and old share. So we have to subtract the new share and old share. You will get the gaining ratio, right? So this is the very important format, okay. So who is the new partner, which means continuous partner, Murali and Muthu. So their new share, what is their new share? 3 is to 2. So 3 is to 2 means what? 3 plus 2 equal to added together, you will get 5. So what is meant by that? 3 by 5 for Muthu and 2 by 5 for who? Murali. Okay. So this is Muthu and this is Murali. Both are MM. Okay. This is the new profit sharing ratio. So Muthu's new profit sharing ratio is 3 by 5. Murali's new profit sharing ratio is 2 by 5. What is the format? New share minus old share. What is their old share? Listen, after retired Manoj, their old share only take Muthu's old share is 3 and Murali's old share is how much? 1. Okay. So 3 plus 1 equal to how much? 3 by 6. Okay. Muthu's old share is 3. Murali's old share is 1. Okay. Manoj is 2. So 3 by old profit sharing ratio is 3 by 6 and 1 by 6. Okay. So Muthu's and Murali. So 3 by 6 old share, Muthu's old share is 3 by 6 and Murali's old share is 1 by 6. Now what we have to do? We have to subtract both the shares. How can you subtract both the shares? If they given the let's take the denominator value. Denominator value, we have the same value? No. We have the different value on denominator. If we have the different value on denominator, we have to multiply the denominator value. That means 5, 6 are 30. Okay, we enter on denominator. Then we have to cross multiply it. Okay, 6 3s are 18. Then 5 3s are 15. Okay. Now we have to subtract a new share and old share. After we got the same denominator, different denominator, we can't subtract it. If we have the same denominator only, we can subtract it. So we can come into the same value on denominator. Okay. So 18 minus 15, you will get 3. 3 by 10 belongs to Muthu's gaining ratio is how much? 3 by 30. Accordingly, let's come to Murali's value. Okay. So we have the different denominator on Murali's share. Okay. So we have to convert it to the same denominator. For that, you will multiply 5 into 6 or 30. Okay. After multiplying, we have to cross multiply the numerator with the denominator. 6 2s are 12. Okay. 5 1s are 5. Now we have to what? We have to subtract the new value. This is called a new value. 12 means 12 by 30, 5 by 30 got. This means what? 12 by 30 and 5 by 30 minus. So we get that same denominator. Now we have to subtract the numerator value. 12 minus 5, you will get 7 by 30. So Murali's gaining ratio is 7 by 30. Okay. So what is the gaining ratio for both of them? 3 by 30 and 7 by 30. So 3 by 30 is to 7 by 30. We can't consider about the denominator value. So what is the gaining ratio for continuous partner Muthu and Murali? 3 is to 7. Which means 3 by, after added 3 by 3 is to 7. 3 plus 7 added together. 3 by 10 goes to Muthu's gaining ratio is to 7 by 10 goes to Murali's gaining ratio. So what is the old retiring partner's goodwill value? 10,000 rupees. Now we have to transfer that continued partner's capital account with the gaining ratio. Okay, the gaining ratio is 3 by 10 and 7 by 10 after adjustment. Okay, so the 10,000 rupees belongs to Manoj, retiring partner Manoj profit goodwill. It will be calculated now with the gaining ratio. 1010 cancel, 1000 into 3 are 3000 rupees. Okay. So 00 cancel, 1000 into 7 are 7000 rupees goes to Muthu and Murali's capital account. Okay. This and so after getting Manoj goodwill, share of goodwill is 10,000 rupees, it will be immediately transferred to Manoj capital account, right? Okay. So after transfer that goodwill value of 10,000 rupees into Manoj capital account, then that from that Manoj capital account, according to Manoj goodwill, immediately transfer to the continuous partners capital account with their gaining ratio, right? So what is the journal entry? Muthu's capital account at 3,000 rupees, Murali's capital account at 7,000 rupees to Manoj capital account. So Manoj capital account from the goodwill, Manoj capital, it will be transferred to Manoj capital account. From Manoj capital account, it will be immediately transferred to continuous partners capital account with their gaining ratio. So this is the journal entry. Look at here. Let's take this transaction. Okay. So where is, let's take the debtor side. Who are the partners on debtor side? Muthu's capital account and account debtor, Murali's capital account debtor. So where is capital account appears on debtor side? On debtor side, Muthu and Murali. Okay. So go to debtor side of the capital account and enter the opposite account. Who is the opposite account? Manoj capital account. So what you have to do? You go to debtor side of the capital account. Okay. Right. So, sorry. You come to debtor side of the capital account and enter the opposite account. Who is the opposite account? Manoj capital account is the opposite account. So you are going to write to Manoj capital account and enter 3,000 rupees, 7,000 rupees with the respective partners column entered. Okay, let's come to the creditor side. Creditor side also we have the capital account. This is the contra entry. Okay, we already study about it on 11th standard. bank reconciliation statement, right? So bank reconciliation statement, we have the cash account and bank account on 3-column cash book. Okay, so in cash account on bank account on both the side we get contra entry. Similarly, we have to enter that capital account as a contra entry. We treated that capital account as a contra entry because both the side we have debtor side and creditor side we have the capital account. Okay, let's come to the creditor side. Creditor side, which account we have the creditor side? Manoj account we have the creditor side. Okay, so what we have to do? You go to credit side of the capital account. Okay, so credit side of the capital account, you are going to enter the opposite transaction. Which is the opposite transaction? Muthu's capital and the Murali's capital. So you go to credit side of the capital account and enter the opposite account, that is Muthu's capital account and the Murali's capital account. There, what is their amount? 3,000 rupees, 7,000 rupees used to be entered on Manoj column. Why Manoj column? Because on credit side, where is capital account? On credit side of the capital account for Manoj. Got it? You are going to enter the opposite account with the amount we entered. Got it? Do you have any doubt? Please comment it to the comment box. I will explain you clearly. Got it? Okay. So listen, let's come to fourth adjustment. Let's take the fourth adjustment. What is the fourth adjustment? Tells us final amount due, Manoj is not paid immediately. Listen, who is retired from the partnership firm? Manoj is retired from the partnership firm. Okay, listen, let's take the old balance sheet given in the question. We entered the capital account as a opening capital on credit side of the capital account, right? Let's come to general reserve. Listen, general reserve, workman compensation fund, and what I said, a reserve fund and profit and loss account is appears on liability side of the balance sheet. Balance sheet, it will be appears on credit side of the capital account with their respective partners profit sharing ratio. So according to that format, we have general reserve on liability side of the balance sheet, right? So what is the general reserve value? 6,000 rupees. It will be transferred to credit side of the capital account with their respective partners profit sharing ratio. Okay. So what is the journal entry? Let's understand the journal entry. General reserve account debtor to respective partners capital account, because the general reserve is to be transferred to capital account on which side? Credit side. So you have to enter on credit side of the capital account. Capital account credit side we enter here. Let's take the general reserve value 6,000 rupees. That 6,000 rupees is to be calculated with the respective partners profit sharing ratio, means 3/6, 1/6, 2/6. Okay. After calculated 1/3 is to 3 2s are 6. 1 2 is to 3 2s are 6, right? 3. Remaining we have 3 into 1,000, 3,000 rupees goes to general reserve, goes to Muthu's capital account with the Muthu's profit sharing ratio. Similarly, 1666, 66 cancel for one time. Remaining we have 1 into 1,000, 1,000 rupees goes to Murali's capital account from general reserve. Okay, then 6 cancel for one time. Remaining we have 2 into 1,000 or 2,000 rupees is to be transferred to Manoj capital account from general reserve. Okay. So come here. So where is capital account appears here? Capital account appears on credit side. Okay. So you go to credit side of the capital account and enter the opposite account. What is the opposite account from the general reserve, from the capital account? So listen. Capital, where is capital account appears here? Capital account appears on credit side. 2 means creditor. Debtor we have the clue for debtor, general reserve account debtor. So if the general reserve account debtor is on debtor side, which account is on creditor side? Capital account is on creditor side. Got it? So you go to credit side of the capital account and enter the opposite account, that is a general reserve. So you are going to write on credit side of the capital account by general reserve. That 3,000 rupees, 1,000 rupees and 2,000 rupees is entered on the respective partners column. Entered, okay. After enter that, let's come to revaluation account. Where you get the revaluation account? Profit on revaluation account, debtor side. If you get the profit on revaluation account on debtor side, it will be transferred to credit side of the capital account. In opposite side, you are going to enter from revaluation account into the capital account. So, revaluation account, here they have given capital account. So, it is to be entered on capital account. Which side? Credit side, opposite side. Okay. So, Muthu's capital account 1,500 rupees, 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees enter on respective partners capital account. Against this, you are going to write revaluation account. Okay. Profit. Okay. So, what are the transactions related to capital account? We are entered here. Now, what we have to do? We are going to find out the closing capital. How can we find out the closing capital? Before you are going to find out the closing capital, we need to find out the total. How can we find out the total? Which side we have the higher value? That side we consider as the total. Accordingly, let's compare both the side, debtor side and creditor side. Debtor side we have 3,000, 7,000. Okay. Creditor side we have 20,000, 25,000, 20,000 for one transaction. We have the 3 and 4, 5 transactions here. So after compared, which side we have the higher value? Creditor side we have the higher value. So we have to find the total on creditor side. Okay. So let's take first column, two column we have added together 20,000 plus 3,000 plus 1,500. You will get 24,500 rupees. 25,000 plus 1,000 plus 500. 26,500 rupees and 20,000, 2,000, 1,000 plus 3,000 plus 7,000 added together, you will get 33,000 rupees. So, after you enter the total, the same amount you are going to enter on debtor side as the total. Okay, 24,500, 26,500 and 33,000 we entered here. Okay, after entered, now we have to find out the difference between debtor and total. So 3,000 minus 2,500, you will get 21,500 rupees. 7,000 minus 26,500, you will get 19,500 rupees. And Manoj, we don't have any value. So the total value you are going to enter here 33,000 rupees. Okay. After enter it, listen. The 33,000 rupees means what? This is, listen, after calculated the total, let's take the Manoj column. So Manoj value is 33,000 rupees. This is the settlement amount it gives to, will be given to Manoj. Why? Manoj is the retail partner. After calculation of the capital only, we know the amount, due amount for Manoj retail partner amount, that is 33,000 rupees. This 33,000 rupees will goes to retaining partner Manoj, but the firm that due amount 33,000 rupees will not settle to Manoj immediately, not making payment. The settlement amount, the retaining partner's settlement amount 33,000 rupees not paid immediately. So that 33,000 rupees settlement amount is considered as Manoj loan account. That means Manoj provide loan to the partnership firm. Okay, if not settled. Okay. So against this 33,000, you are going to write Manoj loan account on capital account. Debtor side of the capital account. Okay. So let's come to find out the balance sheet. We already find the difference between both the total 21,500 to 19,500. Against this, you are going to write two balance carried on. Two balance carried on means closing balance. If you write the opening balance on debtor side, you will find the closing balance of the capital on creditor side. So the closing capital, Muthu's closing capital is 21,500 rupees. Murali's closing capital is 19,500 rupees. Manoj is retired from the partnership firm, not making the settlement 33,000 to Manoj. So that 33,000 is considered as Manoj loan account. Okay. Then after find out the closing capital, immediately that amount is transferred, brought down to the opposite side and enter below the total the same 21,500, 19,500 rupees with the respective Murali and Muthu and Murali column, because these two partners are the continuous partner. Okay, so against this value you are going to write by balance brought down. Creditor side, by balance brought down means what? Opening balance. So opening capital for Muthu is 21,500. Opening capital for Murali is 19,500 rupees. Okay, so we prepared the capital account. Okay, listen, after we find out the opening capital for continuing partner Muthu and Murali, it will be entered on the new balance sheet. After retired partner, liability side of the balance sheet, you are going to write Muthu's capital 21,500, Murali's capital 19,500 will be taken from here, not from the question. Got it? This is the previous year's opening capital. This is the current year's opening capital for the continuous partner. Got it? So, entered. After entered liability side opening capital amount, then come to Manoj loan account. How much rupees? 33,000 rupees is to be entered on liability side. Okay, then come to the old balance sheet. That means previous balance sheet given in the question. What are the questions? Is goes to the balance sheet, new balance sheet after retiring partner, creditor. Creditor value 29,000 rupees is entered here. Creditors 29,000 rupees. So liabilities account to be completed. Let's come to asset side. Asset side we compared with the question. Let's take the machinery value. How much rupees? 45,000 rupees. So machinery value 45,000 rupees is to be entered on inner amount column. Why? Because we have the calculation for the machinery. So machinery value depreciated 2,000 rupees. Right? So that 2,000 rupees is to be depreciated. That means subtracted from 45,000, you will get 43,000 rupees is to be entered on outer amount column. Let's come to the question on asset side. Furniture. Furniture value 5,000 rupees. Okay. So furniture 5,000 rupees. There is no any adjustment for furniture. So it is to be entered on outer amount column. Let's take the question. Debtors value 30,000 rupees. Debtors we have the adjustment. Debtors value they have given 28,000 rupees. So debtors value decreased. So decreased means what? Subtracted. So 2,000 rupees is subtracted from the 30,000. You will get 28,000 rupees. Got it? Let's come to question on balance sheet asset side. Stock value 20,000 rupees is given. Stock value you have to enter on inner amount column. Okay. Then we have the adjustment with the stock. Okay. 27,000 rupees. So 27,000 means what? What is the difference between 20,000 from 27,000 rupees? 7,000 rupees increased. So you have to increase means appreciated. You have to add 7,000 rupees from with 20,000 rupees. You will get 27,000 rupees. Okay, entered on outer amount column. So after entered, first what we have to do now? Now we are going to find out the total. That means equal total on asset and liability side. If the total, you will get the equal total on both the side. Your preparation of the sum is correct. Otherwise, it will be wrong. Okay. So let's take asset side total. You have to add up that values. 43,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees plus 28,000 rupees plus 27,000 rupees added together. You will get 1,03,000 rupees on asset side. Let's come to liability side. 41,000 rupees plus 33,000 rupees plus 29,000 rupees added together. You will get 1,03,000 rupees. Okay. So you will get both the side equal value. So your sum is right. Do you have any doubt? Please comment it into the comment box. Thank you. Take care.